This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Stacy Jensen. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen. It is Monday, March 7th.
Well, a rollover crash here in Pahrump sends the driver to a Las Vegas trauma center after he's thrown from the vehicle, and authorities are trying to determine if the crash was possibly the result of a road rage incident.
Around 9 o'clock Sunday night, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, the Nye County Sheriff's Office, and Nevada Highway Patrol responded to Nevada State Bank on State Route 160. That's where they found a sport utility vehicle on its top in the parking lot. The male driver was thrown from the vehicle as it overturned. He was seriously hurt and flown to a Las Vegas hospital for treatment. He was the only person in the SUV. Initial witness reports indicated that another vehicle had been involved, possibly a case of road rage, but no other vehicle was on the scene when police arrived. Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating the crash. On Facebook, a man who claims to have been an eyewitness says road rage did not play a part, going on to say the man driving the SUV was driving erratically before the crash.
And Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating a rollover crash on State Route 160 in Clark County.
Around 11 o'clock Saturday morning, a sport utility vehicle traveling west on State Route 160 went off the roadway near mile marker 28. That's in Clark County, just west of Sandy Valley Road. The vehicle crashed into the center cable barrier and overturned. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue medics assessed the occupants of the vehicle, including one person who was stuck inside. One person was transported via ambulance to Desert View Hospital in Pahrump. That person is said to have minor injuries. No other vehicles were involved. NHP arrived on scene to handle the crash investigation. Westbound traffic on 160 was slow for a short time as crews worked to help the victims and clean up debris.
A scare at the Belvada Hotel in Tonopah Friday evening causes an evacuation of the building for a reported fire. There was no actual fire, just some smoldering LED lights.
The Tonopah Volunteer Fire Department responded to a report of a fire Friday evening at the Belvada Hotel in the heart of Tonopah. Firefighters quickly discovered there was no actual fire, but they did locate some burnt wires connected to some LED lights. On Facebook, the Belvada Hotel thanked everyone for their concern and went on to say some of the hotel's outside LED lights decided to celebrate the 4th of July a bit early this year, explaining all is well. The hotel said there was no damage to the building and everyone was safe. The Belvada Hotel opened its doors in 2020 after an extensive 3-year renovation of the former Nevada State Bank and Trust building, which originally opened in 1906.
There have been one confirmed death related to COVID-19 reported since Monday, February 28th, a resident of Pahrump. There are 27 new COVID-19 confirmed positive cases here in Nye County since that February 28th date, reported and confirmed, with one in Beatty, one in Tonopah, one in Amargosa Valley, and the remainder here in Pahrump. The total now is 6,359 confirmed cases of COVID-19 positives countywide since the first reported case in March of 2020. Nye County test positivity rate is sitting at 9.2% and the 9th highest here in the state of Nevada. Totals do not include at-home testing, which is a majority of tests being administered currently. The Pahrump COVID-19 and flu vaccine clinic returns on Tuesday, March 8th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Community Health Nurse Office. That's at 1981 East Calvada Boulevard. Tonopah Community Health Nurse will host a COVID vaccine clinic on Wednesday, March 9th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Community Health Office, 1 Frankie Street. COVID home testing kits are available at most town offices and health nurse clinics. For free testing kits are also available online at covidtest.gov. You can also get your vaccine and testing Serenity Mental Health at Calvada Boulevard. We'll be back with more News 25 right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. It was a big weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway as NASCAR came to town. Michael Donahue was there for all the racing action and files this report.
NASCAR rolled its way into Las Vegas for the third stop of the 2022 season. Fans may notice a few new things this year, one of which being brand new bodies in the Truck Series, and the biggest change of all this year being the brand new next-gen car for the Cup Series. The events all kicked off Friday when Kyle Busch Motorsports driver John Hunter Nemechek led the Truck Series to the green flag in the victorious Voice 200. One of the many storylines of the night followed two-time Truck Series champion Todd Bodine on his quest to 800 career starts. Along with many others that night, Bodine's night didn't go as planned as he found himself in a few of the several incidences that night. After what seemed to be a caution fury of a race, at the end it came down to a couple of Smiths. In a close late race battle, Chandler Smith was able to hold off Zane Smith to take home the checkered flag. The action continued into Saturday with the Alsco Uniforms 300. AJ Allmendinger led the field to a race that seemed to have a little bit of everything. Early on in the race, rookie Ty Gibbs got into Ryan Sieg and sent him up into the wall. During the cleanup, the clouds opened up and decided to drop a little bit of snow on the competition. That's right, snow. After a brief delay, the track was cleared and we went back racing, but not for long. Shortly after the restart, Ryan Sieg ran Ty Gibbs back up the track and spun himself out to bring out another yellow flag. Yellow flags seemed to be the common theme of the days as multiple incidences occurred throughout the race. As the race winded down, Las Vegas native Noah Gragson was looking to capture his first win at his home track. However, a late race caution allowed the rookie Ty Gibbs to scoot by and take the win for himself. Finally, Sunday arrived, and it was time for the big dogs to hit the track. Christopher Bell won his first career pole and led the field to the green flag to start the Pennzoil 400. Very quickly, it seemed like this race would look like the previous two in a handful of spins in the second half of Stage 1. One of those spins included hometown driver Kyle Busch, who takes the cake for the weekend's biggest storyline. After crashing early in Saturday morning practice, Kyle Busch was forced to go to a backup car that was originally meant to be a spare parts car. The crew worked overnight to get everything prepared, and after starting last with very little practice, it looked as though Kyle Busch was going to capture his second Cup victory in his hometown. That was until Eric Jones crashed, setting up a late race restart where Alex Bowman was able to take the lead and win the race. For a more in-depth recap of the race weekend with exclusive interviews, make sure to check out the Donahue Vargas Racing channel on YouTube. I'm Michael Donahue, reporting for News 25.
And March is Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month. As COVID-19 cases continue to circulate, a woman who was unvaccinated is now sharing how the virus nearly took her life and left her with long-term complications. Brittany Harris spoke with her about the harrowing experience.
Sarah Kyle is happy to be back at home after spending 2 months in the hospital battling COVID-19.
I almost died twice.
She was diagnosed at the end of May and had chosen not to get vaccinated.
I have MS, multiple sclerosis. I was scared to get vaccinated.
It was a decision she regrets.
I wish I would have got it. Any side effect is worth if I would have even got a side effect, is worth having than going through what I went through.
Sarah spent a month on a ventilator before starting to show improvement, and her recovery still continues to this day.
I still have breathing issues. I get out of breath a lot when I walk. I still have some lung issues. I have the COVID cough, they say, the long-term COVID cough. I have depression, PTSD. I have short-term and long-term memory loss.
From my perspective, there are far less patients who are vaccinated coming in with a severe illness to the ICU. So this is totally a preventable illness.
Dr. Noreen Drakumar Alapan is an ICU physician for Cleveland Clinic. He says the vaccine is safe and effective.
But we know from a lot of studies and research which has been done on vaccinated patients, many of the neurological patients are safe to get the vaccine, and the incidence of side effects is very, very low. So they would benefit from getting the vaccine.
Sarah hopes others will learn from her experience and realize it's worth it to get vaccinated.
If I can just teach one person to get vaccinated instead of putting themselves through this, get vaccinated. It's so worth getting vaccinated.
For Cleveland Clinic, I'm Brittany Harris.
And Sarah has since gone on to get vaccinated, and so has the rest of her family. They were inspired after seeing what she went through.
Are there any home projects on your 2022 to-do list? If you have dreams to improve your home this year but don't know where to start, our experts at Angie's List are here to help. In today's Ask Angie segment, Mallory Meistish shares creative ways to take on this year's top projects.
Homeowners nationwide are trending towards specific home projects like kitchen remodels, living room upgrades, and outdoor projects. Mallory Meistich, a home care expert at Angie, is here to walk you through how to tackle these popular home renovation projects and save some money along the way.
According to a recent survey we did at Angie, kitchen remodels are one of the top projects in 2022. We are spending a lot more time at home and a lot more time in the kitchen and want to make that space feel open, relaxed, modern, and function really well. My top advice for anyone looking to renovate their kitchen is to plan ahead and think outside the box. Make a list of things you want to change and prioritize them about how much they'll impact your daily life. You can make impactful changes to the space within any budget. You just might have to be a little bit more creative.
If you're looking to make changes to your kitchen on a smaller budget, try playing with different paint colors. Both light, natural colors and bold, playful colors are going to be on the rise in 2022. For projects with larger budgets, consider layout changes. The L-shaped layout will gain popularity this year because it opens up your kitchen and gives you more entertaining space.
Your living room is also an essential part of your home, and you're in good company if you're ready to update or refresh this space. You don't need to replace everything in your living room for your family and guests to feel more comfortable. Something as small as new paint or new art on the walls or wallpaper or simply rearranging your furniture can make a big difference.
This year, we'll see a rise of natural materials in living rooms. Think things like cork, glass, wood, and metal. These materials are gaining popularity because they're sustainable and will last longer in your home. Try incorporating these materials into your existing decor for an easy but effective project. For example, replace your old plastic coasters with cork or glass ones. If you're looking for a larger living room project to complete this year, try adding wood paneling or wainscoting to your walls. The paneling trend is back and here to stay this year, so consult with a pro to get the Renaissance walls of your dreams.
You are not alone if your home's exterior is in need of a makeover. Outdoor renovations are one of the top planned projects of the year, according to our survey, and for a good reason. Your outdoor space is often the first part of the home that people see, and especially because of the current pandemic, people are looking to spend more time in their outdoor space to stay safe year-round. And on top of everything, you deserve to love your home, inside and out. If you're short on time, we recommend hiring a landscaper who can help you create the perfect yard for you and your family.
If you have more time on your hands, consider taking on your own outdoor project. Spend some time improving your patio or deck, or building one if it's on your to-do list. Other ways to spruce up the space include adding ambient lighting, a TV, a fire pit, and a few outdoor games to make it the perfect space for your family and guests to spend time. Another popular project this year will be painting the exterior of your home. We suspect light green will be a common choice, but you should experiment with different options before calling in a pro to get the job done.
With winter storms hitting across the country, from the Northeast to the Southwest, it's no surprise heating projects are yet another top project for people to do this year. Whether it's fixing a broken HVAC system or sealing drafty windows, over 80% of homeowners we surveyed at Angie are planning a heating-related project this year. If you don't have any urgent heating projects, it's a great time for an energy audit, which can help you prevent issues and make sure you're not wasting money or energy each month. Another simple project is to install a smart thermostat to make temperature control so much easier.
Do you have questions about your home projects? Tweet them using hashtag AskingAngie. That's hashtag AskingAngie, and you may get some tips in an upcoming segment.
We'll have more News 25 right after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
And welcome back. For today's Save a Pet, we take another trip over to the cat house at Desert Haven Animal Society, where we meet Charlie, who's looking for his forever home once again.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
This is Charlie. Charlie is about 4.5 years old with a medium white and gray coat. He has a cute little pink nose and beautiful green eyes. Charlie was adopted once already, but his second owner brought him back to the shelter, saying Charlie didn't get along with the family's young child. Charlie appears to be a little scared, but everyone believes with a little time he'll be just fine. If you'd like to meet Charlie or any of his four-legged friends in person, just stop by Desert Haven Animal Society. They're located on Ceres Lane, right behind the Nye County Courthouse. You can also call for more information. That number is 775-751-7020, or you can visit them on Facebook at Desert Haven Animal Society.
I love Charlie. Well, daylight savings time begins this Sunday, March 13th. The American Red Cross of Southern Nevada reminds everyone to turn your clocks forward 1 hour and test your smoke alarms. Did you know working smoke alarms can cut the risk of dying in a home fire by half? That's why it's critical to turn and test and take these life-saving steps to stay safe from home fires, the nation's most frequent disaster. Install smoke alarms on every level of your home, including inside and outside bedrooms and sleeping areas. Test alarms monthly and replace the batteries at least once a year if your model requires it. Replace smoke alarms that are 10 years or older. That's because the sensor becomes less sensitive over time. And check the date of your smoke alarms and follow the manufacturer's instructions. Practice your 2-minute escape plan. Make sure everyone in your household can get out in less than 2 minutes. The amount of time that you may have to get out of a burning home before it's too late. Include at least 2 ways to get out from every room and select a meeting spot at a safe distance away from your home, such as your neighbor's home or a landmark like a specific tree in the front yard where everyone knows where to meet. Teach children what a smoke alarm sounds like and talk about fire safety and what to do in an emergency.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Beautiful birds in the sky right there.
Yeah, they're trying to stay up against that wind, though. It's a little windy. We'll have more weather with John just after this.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Lovely to see you on a Monday. And what lovely weather we have. Not really. Well, Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, all stuck at 47. Tonopah didn't even get to the 40s. 38 is all you got for me. Goldfield at 46. 51 in Beatty seems about average, but Amargosa in Las Vegas, the hot spots at just 59. Yeah, it was a chilly day. Out in Death Valley, 71 degrees. And here in the paradise of Pahrump, well, let's take a look at the current temperatures, 54. It got all the way up to 55 this afternoon. Woo, dogs, watch us go. Northerly winds out of to 17 miles per hour. Actually, some gusts of 25 and 30. It was kind of impressive here and there this afternoon. Sun rose this morning at 6:05, and it'll go away at 5:44 this evening. We'll look forward to that, and a low tonight of 32 degrees as the wind continues to buffet out of the northeast to 11 miles per hour. Humidity kicking up, but I don't think we see clouds tomorrow, do we? No, we don't see clouds. Clear skies next 4 days. Oh, look at that wind on Thursday. My gosh, 21 mile per hour. That'll be average gust. So we're seeing some stuff in the 40s and maybe even a low 50 mile per hour. As we head into the rest of the week, though, looks like temperatures recover from the big swoon on the windy day on Thursday. And we end up at 71, 75 degrees towards the end of the week. That sounds pretty good. All right, we'll look forward to that. And then we're liking the trend, and we'll keep track of it and report as it develops. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
I don't know about you, but I need the wind to go away.
I need the wind to really go away. I hate cold wind.
So this weekend, March 12th, on Saturday, the Moose Lodge is holding a fundraiser. Yeah, it's a fashion show.
I heard about that.
It's never forgotten. It's going to be benefiting for the fashion show. It's at 2 p.m. It's donation only. The Moose Lodge is located here in Pahrump on 2nd Street. And, of course, for more information, you can find that on our local Pahrump Facebook page. And, of course, we'll be letting people know about it throughout the week. And so come on down. It's going to be lots of fun.
I think it'll be great. I want to go.
You should.
I should.
All right. That's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Stacy Jensen.
Good night.
Good night.